Welcome to Chef Cook's Culinary Corner. I'm Chef Cook. With Season 2 of Stranger Things coming out, we thought we'd make some Eggo Waffles on the corner today. To make Eggo Waffles, you will need the following. Some Eggo Waffles, of course, some butter, some strawberry cream cheese, and a little bit of boysenberry sauce. First step in making Eggo Waffles, you're going to take 2 Eggo Waffles, and you're going to put them in a toaster. Like that. Alright, now while that's cooking, I'd like to talk about Stranger Things. I got a fan theory I'd like to run by you. It's about Stranger Things and these ads that Citibank put out last year. Now, if you watched Stranger Things, you know when the main character is this little creepy girl called Eleven, who has telekinetic powers. And she's played by Millie Bobby Brown. Well, Millie Bobby Brown also did some ads for Citibank last year where she plays this creepy little kid in those as well. And I'm thinking that the creepy kid that she plays in those Citibank commercials is the daughter of the creepy kid that she plays on Stranger Things. She's Eleven's daughter. Now, it's not just because Millie Bobby Brown plays both of them. I think there's more to it. Anyway, if you don't know what I'm talking about, last year, Millie Bobby Brown was in some ads from Citibank, where she plays this creepy little kid who's walking around the city with a pack of street urchins. And they come up to these people and they ask them questions about money, because, it's about Citibank, right? And they'll ask them, would you rather tell us how much you've saved for your daughter's college account or get up on this table and dance? And for some reason, the people do the little stunt thing. The mother doesn't want to tell her daughter how much she's put aside for the college account, so she gets up on the table and dances. A few other examples. They asked this one guy, would you rather tell your girlfriend how much debt you have, or would you lick a subway pole? He licks the subway pole. Would you rather say what you owe? People in this restaurant, check comes and they ask this one guy, would he rather tell everyone that he just wants to pay for what he got, or do you like to just gob down a whole bunch of wasabi sauce? She goes for the wasabi sauce, right? Another one, 2 friends are like, hey, would you guys rather say how much you've been saving up or shave your heads? They shave their heads, and so on and so on and so on. Like I said, I thought this was kind of a weird concept, that these people would rather do some kind of crazy stunt than talk about money. I mean, that's the point of the commercial. And it got me thinking about the character he plays on Stranger Things, 11, right? The one with all the telekinetic powers, who move shit with her mind. And I'm thinking, once again, that this little girl from the Citibank commercials, creepy little kid that she plays, is the daughter because she's got some powers of her own, like mind control. Like, she really doesn't have to tell these people, hey, would you rather do this or this, and then they'll do that. She can get them to do both either way because she's Eleven's daughter and she's got some, psychic powers from her mother. Like, she could say, hey, would you rather tell me how many times you've, she'd go up to someone, creepy little kid that she is, and she's like, would you rather, let me get this right. I think I can get it. Well, she could go up to the guy and say, hey, tell me how many times you've overdrawn your checking account. And the guy like, 5 times I was in Vegas and I spent my money on blows and hookers. And then she's like, now stick your dick in the blender. She's got telekinetic powers, like mind control. And the only reason she just doesn't do both of them is she hasn't quite caught on to the fact that she's got mind control powers. She just thinks that these people would rather, stick their dick in the blender than tell her how many times they've overdrawn their checking account. Because think about this. Waffles are done. Okay, so next step, making Eggo waffles. I'm going to put on the butter. All right, just spread that across the waffle. Okay, where was I on the fan theory? Anyway, like I said, You know, if some kid, creepy little shit, came up to you and started asking you questions about money or daring you to, you know, stick your dick in a blender, you wouldn't go with either one. You'd be like, piss off, kid. I'm not going to tell you what all these expenditures are on my banking account, you know, because, like, I don't know, you spend a shitload of money at a strip club or something. And I'm not going to stick my dick in the blender. I'm not going to do either one. You know, that's just stupid. The kid's like, well, yeah, like, you know, you'd be like, hey, kid, what would you rather do? Walk away and leave me alone, or end up shitting out your teeth by the end of the day? Right? Who the hell would put up with some bullshit like that for some little kid? Unless they had mind control powers. All right, off of that for a second, let's just take the next step. Now that the butter has been melted, we're just going to put on a lump of strawberry cream cheese. So that pretty much concludes my fan theory. Like I said, I think the creepy kid that Millie Bobby Brown plays in the Citibank commercials is the daughter of 11. You know, I did some of the math. So Stranger Things takes place, what, 83, 84? And they say that 11 was born in 1971. Now, if you look at the creepy kid that Millie Bobby Brown plays in the Citibank commercials, I'm going to say she's the same age as the actual actress, which she was born in 2004. So if 11, you know, had her as her daughter, 11 would have been 33 when she, you know, gave birth to the creepy kid from the Citibank commercials. Now, as far as who the father is, I don't think it's one of the characters from Stranger Things. I think at some point, you know, 11, you know, she fled the country, went to England, married some guy there. That's why the creepy kid from the Citibank commercials has a British accent, like the actress who plays her. Okay, last step in making Eggo waffles. We're going to take the boysenberry sauce, and we're just going to pour that on the Eggos. And there you go, Eggo waffles. And like I said, that's the end of my fan theory. I hope you all enjoyed.